here today and I'm doing a little cooking. Y'all can see I'm a cook. I'm a food junkie. And I like to do it crazy ways. We had some leftover cornbread the other night where we had some cornbread and pork chops and stuff. So I'm making some fake dressing. I took a can of cream of mushroom soup because I'm running short of cream of chicken soup. So I took a cream of mushroom soup, crumbled this cornbread up into this pan and mixed it with that soup and made it a little moist. It ain't quite moist enough for me. I may add an egg or two in there to moisten it up a little bit. I'm chopping up an onion to go in there. I'm going to use a half an onion in it. And then I'm going to make some fake scalloped potatoes. I'm going to take some tater tots, put them in this bowl, mix a little onion. And I got some Campbell soup, cheddar cheese soup. I'm going to mix with that and make some fake scalloped potatoes. I'm a Campbell soup cooking man, if you ain't figured that out. I like Campbell soup. Now, I don't eat a lot of chicken noodle soup and all that kind of stuff, but this kind of stuff I cook with. I cook with French onion soup. I cook with beef bouillon soup. I cook with cream of cheddar, cream of cheese, and cream of my mushroom. I am a Campbell's soup man. Sometimes I buy the cheap one whenever they don't have Campbell in the brand, in the variety of soup that I'm looking for. Well, we're going to cook this here fake dressing and fake scalloped potatoes up. I'll show you more about it later on whenever I get her fixed. We're fixing to chop an onion right now to go in it. Add a little egg, onion in that dressing. Then I'll let you watch me get them scalloped potatoes ready and finish this dressing in a few minutes. I'm going to show you how to chop an onion. I was over at a world famous hamburger joint in the big city of Crestview, probably the oldest hamburger joint there. Little old place, hole in the wall called Coney Island. They have the best hamburgers in the world. Everybody in Crestview knows what a Coney Island is. I was sitting there and I was watching them girls chop onions, and I learned how to chop an onion like a professional from Coney Island, just sitting there waiting on my hamburgers to get ready. And I'm going to show you how they do it and how I learned to do from them just watching. You watch people, you figure it out. They take an onion and put it down and slice it in half. Like that. It's sliced in half like that. It's not sliced round ways. It don't make rings, don't make onion rings. And you take it and just lay it down, take your knife and just slice through the onion. The smaller you make the slices, the more chopped up it is. You just slice through like that, turn it sideways, keeping it in its way it goes. You just start chopping down through it. And voila.
You're not going fast enough.
Huh?
You're not going fast enough.
I don't do it as fast as they do it. Voila, you got chopped up onion. It just breaks up in them little old bitty rings. You have chopped up onion. You can stir that in there and it'll fall into all kind of little pieces. And that's what we plan on doing. Putting a little onion in our dressing. Stirring it up. Get some onion in our dressing. That dressing's a little too dry. I'm going to put a couple of eggs in it.
And butter.
And butter. Yeah, I forgot the butter too. I put some eggs in butter. Thanks for reminding me, baby doll. Me and baby doll was discussing how much butter goes in this. I said to her, well, would you just put a half a stick of butter in that? She says, no. I'd put a whole stick. The more butter it is, the better it is. So I'm going to take her advice and I'm going to put a whole stick of butter in that little pan of dressing. I'm going to throw it in the microwave oven. Put a top on it to keep it from splattering everywhere.
You put the top on to keep me from fussing.
Huh?
Come on.
I done put one egg in here. I'm gonna put another egg in here. We're gonna mix 2 eggs together. Beat them together a little bit. Notice one thing of what I do when I'm cooking. When I finish with something, I put it away where it goes, in the garbage or back in the refrigerator or somewhere, because of counter space. You don't have enough counter space.
He won't wash the dishes though.
I will put them in the sink though. I do put them in the sink.
Yeah.
But there ain't enough space, counter space in an RV, so you have to put your stuff up as you go. So I always try to put my stuff up. Beat them eggs up a little bit with a spoon, fork. I'm using a spoon because that's what I'm using to mix my dressing. Pour it over your dressing, and in the sink it goes. And that egg will help moisten that dressing up a little bit.
You put the butter in there, did you?
I hadn't put the butter in yet. I'm waiting on the butter to melt.
It's probably melted.
You think it's melted?
I imagine.
We're making fake, what I call fake dressing this morning. I got in the habit of not stopping the microwave at 1 second. You'll be surprised that people stop at 1 or 2, 3, 4 seconds before the microwave goes off. I've got in the habit of letting my microwave quit. Oh my goodness.
What did I tell you?
Listen, butter is melted and bubbled over just a little bit. We'll pour that butter in there. And think that dirty cup goes. We got egg and we got butter and onion. There goes my, well, I need to save that out because I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that to chop up some more onion and go in this baked scalloped potatoes here in a few minutes. But I got fake dressing.
That's ready to bake, isn't it?
That's ready to bake. That's ready to bake. It's got, that's already been cooked. Everything's been cooked in there but the onion and egg. We'll put that on and bake it. That's leftover cornbread. Notice we big leftover eaters. We don't waste a whole lot of stuff here at the Kolmetz house. We like to use and eat up our leftovers. Now, I don't like to eat them the next day, but I will eat them a day or two later. We put them in Tupperware, that pop and lock, and put them in the refrigerator. We'll show y'all some more in a minute. We're going to show you how we're going to make some cheater scalloped potatoes. Now, I bought a bag of tater tots. They've been in my freezer for about a week, and I want to get them out. So I'm going to make scalloped potatoes out of them. That other onion that I had the half left over, I chopped it up and put it in the pot with a little butter and sauteed them. And then I took my Campbell's cheddar cheese soup that I'm going to use for the cheese, for my scalloped potatoes, and put it in the pot with about 3/4 can of water. And I've already heated it up and sauteed them to help speed this cooking process up a little bit. I line my bowl with tater tots. I'm going to put about half this cheese in there and put tater tots in on top of that and put the other half of cheese in there. Let's see what we can do with it. Just put about half the cheese in there. Spread it around a little bit on it, let it soak down in there on them. Then I'm just going to take the tater tots out of the bag. Spread them around in here.
If you don't put onion, the kids may eat it.
I got onion in it. I sauteed onion.
Okay.
Now you might can make it
They might not.
friendly without the onion, but hey, it ain't scalloped potatoes if it ain't got onions with me.
Either.
You just pour the rest of that cheese out there on top of that. Spread it around a little bit. Put everything up. Put it in the sink. Hey, we ready to go. There's my fake scalloped potatoes. So we're going to put them in the oven. And we got our fake dressing ready to go. We're going to cook both of them at the same time. And there'll be supper and roadkill. Because we're going to have some left over. So we're going to have supper and roadkill out of one cooking. But what I need to cook that on?
350.
About 350 for how long?
About 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes. And we'll be good to go. We'll show it to you whenever it gets all baked up. Right here on this side is my cheesy tater tot scalloped potatoes. And right here is my fake dressing. Both of them look good. I hope they taste as good as they look. We'll let you know in a little bit. We pray we'll see you in the rapture.